Wake up, everybody. This is fucking Karen's Kids Podcast, episode number 36. 36.
That's right.
As the Latinos would say.
That's right.
Fuck. How you doing, Jose?
I couldn't be any better.
Actually. Yeah, right? I've been feeling really fucking good, too.
You look like you feel good.
I've been feeling like...
face is all cleared up.
Hey, thank God I'm a dermatologist for that, right? Yeah. I've been taking those goddamn pills every day. I still feel like on the camera it looks a little bit like I still got my rosacea, but whatever. But lately I just been, dude, hella gratitude lately.
Okay.
For life, for opportunity. I can't wait to tell you what I gotta tell you.
Okay.
Big excitement. I got an exciting vacation plan.
Okay, cool.
Super
I cannot wait to hear.
I'll get right into it.
All right, do it.
So Mauricio.
Yep.
Our boy, true fans will know who we're talking about. He was our first guest.
Yep.
He gets invited to go to Miami.
Yep.
To do a mural at Ultra Music Festival.
Oh, shit.
Have you ever heard of this?
I heard of it through you once before.
Okay. So, it's one of the biggest EDM festivals. It's just like...
Oh, damn.
I don't know if it's the Super Bowl of festivals,
Probably.
But it's fucking
Where's
up
it at?
there. It's in Miami.
It's the Super Bowl.
On the boat. Like, I think it's on the main street. I think they shut down a couple blocks.
Damn.
And they do this thing.
That is the Super Bowl.
And so that's 3 days. It's going. So
not a flat ass to be found. Not a flat ass to be found in that goddamn city.
I'm gonna make sure. I have a lot of ideas. Anyways, no, there's not. There's a sea of fat asses. There is an unbelievable amount of just probably. And then you have to think in Miami, just everyone's gonna be good looking.
Everybody.
And next to no clothes.
Just Latinos, white people, black, they're all gorgeous.
Dude,
for everybody.
For sure. All that it's like a whole Latino fucking area over there.
It is, but
you got Cubans, Mexicans,
Brazilians, Africans, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans. Everything is there. Mexican, Venezuelan.
Because it's like the first when you're crossing over the fucking ocean. That's the first place.
Yep. Not even. It's such a it's a party place, man.
So from that, that's March 24th to the 26th. The 26th is the Sunday. That's where he actually does his painting. So he's gonna do a mural in real time.
Nice.
He's not going to be like on a main stage, I'm imagining. Like if you've ever been to a festival, they always have little side attractions. They'll always have like little tented little things and they got merchandise, all that. There's always little side areas. I'm pretty sure he's going to have like a small little side stage. And I'm sure he's not just the only person. I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of people, but he's getting flown off for that. And that Sunday, or actually that Monday, he's got invited to do a mural at Bob Marley's estate.
Ooh.
In Montego Bay.
What?
Right, so he's going straight from Ultra to Montego Bay. And I'm like, dude, can you bring an assistant? I was like, he's like, I'm like, no, I'm serious. Can you bring they can't expect you to go alone. Right? Like, even though his travel, everything's like taken care of on his end.
You can carry a spray can, or if he says, give me red number 4, and you're like, here you go.
Exactly. And I was like, dude, you gotta ask.
Yeah, hook me up.
You have no idea how bad I want to, because I've been to EDC Vegas, which is, that's where you can argue that might be the Super Bowl. EDC Vegas might trump.
I'm going to tell you why not.
Okay, hit me.
Because there's too many other things going on. You're competing with people like...
but there's like 300,000 people that are be there.
I'm sure there's a lot of people there, and there's a lot of people
I'd love
going
to know
for
the
that
numbers
one thing.
in
But they're
Miami.
also going for Britney Spears.
Why don't you Google it? Google what's the attendance at Ultra Ultra Festival last year.
Ultra where?
In Miami.
Okay, let's see.
I believe it's only in Miami. Anyways, how my boy Mauricio got hooked up with that is the curator of the whole festival. I somehow hit him up. So the curator of the festival hit him up. How he heard of him, I think, is through another mutual friend. But hit him up and said, hey, come do this thing. And then the guy who curates Ultra is also in touch with the Bob Marley estate. So that's his connection there. And they're like, oh, yeah, they want you to come in. We're going to stay there. We're going to stay at the estate. Dude, I'm so fucking excited. You have no idea. First off, the Ultra Music Festival alone, stupid pump for that. Like, dude, EDC Vegas was that's it? Well, that's still a lot, but I thought that would be more. Yeah. I thought it'd be in 250 at least. So he looked it up. It looks like 165,000. Still a fuck ton of people are going to be in one consolidated area, you know?
Yeah.
And so he asked the guy if he could bring me along. And the guy's like, well, yeah, you got your own room. Obviously, whatever car he's in, I could just go in too, you know. Right. So, unfortunately, I don't get my flights paid for. But I'm like, if all I'm paying for is my flights to go to this place, I haven't told work yet, but I don't give a fuck. This is I feel like this is honestly a once in a lifetime because first off, Ultra Music. We should look that up. I don't even know how much they cost. How much is the Ultra Music Festival tickets? I'm gonna guess $450. So that alone, I'm saving $450 on that. I'm saving on a hotel room. To get a hotel room in Miami for this weekend, God knows what the rates would be. Saving on that. Oh, so yeah, I'm just coming out. I don't care how expensive dinners are. And my guess is that maybe some of his dinners might be fucking comped. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But dude, I don't care. I'm so fucking pumped.
Yeah. $400 for a 3-day.
And that's before taxes and fees.
Yeah.
That's just gonna add up to another $100 easy. So yeah,
tier 1, okay, they have different tiers, but the most expensive tier 4, is $450.
That probably comes with like, oh wait, no,
probably some merch.
Oh no, I think they come. I think that's time. I think the tiers come like if you ordered it 2 weeks ago, you're probably tier 2. If you ordered it a month ago, you're probably tier 1. I think it's tiers is like the length of time and what they're going to charge you if you wait.
Gotcha.
I could be wrong, but I feel like that's how the other festivals have been run. But anyways, man, that's going to be. I'm going to take so many pictures.
Shit.
So
they
many
only
videos.
sell so many tickets, dude.
Oh yeah, well they have to cap it at some point. Right. But then again, that is also strategy. Right now, we're looking at a bar that goes from green, yellow, red, showing how much is left, and you could easily make it seem like that's a marketing strategy.
Sure,
I think Amazon even does that. Like when there's certain things highlighted, like there's only 2 left. Order now. Yeah. It's like you're Amazon,
right?
You have 2 left. Fuck you. I swear to God, I see through all the advertising bullshit. Anyways, but yeah, so that's that.
So Montego Bay and Miami this year.
All week, in a week. I'm taking a whole week. In
1 week.
I'm taking a week off of work.
And how many days? You're going to be at the festival for how many days?
So we actually extended it a day because traveling Friday seemed to be like the bitch. So we're going to travel Thursday night. Yeah. So I am going to go to work Thursday quickly, and I have to pretty much go straight to the airport after work.
Oh shit!
I'm taking a 5:40 flight.
Yeah.
So,
and that's Miami.
So we're actually gonna have to stay in. We're gonna have to stay in. Yeah, it's close. Yeah, it's a short flight. We're gonna have to. We haven't even booked a hotel room for the Thursday night, but whatever. We'll find something.
Yeah, you'll figure it out.
And then Monday, flying into Montego Bay. That was a pretty cheap flight, as you would imagine. I don't think it's only an hour. I think it's an hour flight. So it was like 100. We actually bought probably better.
Hey, so Montego Bay, that's a Florida Key.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So it's small.
Oh, it's Florida Key? It's not in the Bahamas?
Is it? I'm asking.
I feel like it's in Jamaica.
Is it?
Yeah, right? Let's go fucking look at a goddamn map, but I'm pretty sure. Because I think we need our passports.
Oh, so then maybe it is.
But that's going to be amazing. Yeah, so I don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing in Montego Bay, but I will figure it the fuck out. Believe me, I am not afraid to find a cocktail bar. At the very least. Oh man, there's going to be so much. I can't wait. I fucking can't wait.
Oh yeah, dude. It's south of Cuba.
So,
Bro, you're gonna be right in the heart of the Bermuda Triangle.
Oh, maybe I'll see a UFO.
Bro. Yeah, you're right in the triangle there.
Ooh, maybe I'll get lost and never come back.
Look at, you're right under Cuba, next to Haiti.
Yeah.
By the Cayman Islands.
Zoo. My brother's at the zoo. What do you know about the Haiti zoo pound, baby?
Zero.
Exactly. You don't know shit.
I'm not sure I want to.
It's like saying the cartel in Mexico. It's like the
I don't want to know.
Over there in Haiti.
I don't want to know. Yeah. Hey, bro, don't disappear though. You know.
I know. Where would you be without me? You couldn't
probably richer.
You'd be making some dumbass vlogs.
Like
fucking
what?
Chin high fucking vlogs. Your face is just like.
That's what it would look like.
I think so.
All right.
Hey, have you heard? Oh, I just saw a little article. I read a little bit on ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Right, our favorite little subject. I'm telling you, hey, folks, if you don't know what ChatGPT is, I'm telling you, learn it. You're gonna fucking know about it. Anyways, Microsoft, I think, is fuck. I don't know. Actually, it's the same thing. I think Google's coming out with their AI ChatGPT. That's gonna be 3D, or it's not gonna be text anymore. It's gonna be a visual.
Oh, okay.
A visual bot.
Oh, I see. So you'll text the
maybe
bot.
Is that 2D then? I don't know what 3D. 3D, I feel like is like reality, right? I don't know. I sound really smart right now.
I have no idea what you're saying. So basically, it's going to be like
on the screen. It's no longer text. It's going to be like on the screen. You're going to see a face.
Oh, okay. So
it's not going to be like a moving bot.
It's going to be like back in the day they had Max Headroom or whatever. Do you remember?
I don't know that reference.
Yeah, you're too young. You're a baby.
But that's going to be fucking interesting. Like, what do you think? Okay, I'm starting to go. I'm looking 10, maybe 25 years. Do you think like actors are even going to be in movies anymore? They're just going to be all CGI AI movies that they're going to create. I feel like AI is going to create its own movie. It's going to have Bruce Willis. By the way, I think Bruce Willis sold his likeness to a company.
This is what they're doing.
This is going to be a thing. Yeah. I'm pretty sure you're going to have to sell your likeness in order for that to work. But just imagine it. Like, okay, Snapchat had filters where I could put your face on mine. And yeah, you can tell it's like a filter, but like that was 1.0. That's such a basic, like everything's going to get better. The fact that AI right now could write, it could do anything. It could write movie scripts. It could write an original movie script, and people are probably already doing it. I met a guy, a graphic designer. He's all over ChatGPT. The whole industry is like it. Or the thing is, he was explaining is not everyone's in on it yet, and especially not everyone knows how to utilize it like really well yet. So he goes like he was first on. He goes, I use all my designs on ChatGPT.
That's crazy. You could see how it's taking like people from taking their skills and then snatching all kind of education.
So just
from
imagine that going instead of having a text, like you can have conversation chatbots. Oh, I meant to text you, but I was waiting for this. Snapchat has an AI bot. Now you could pay a monthly fee to talk to a bot.
Wow.
So they're gonna artificially give you friends and maybe even companions, like someone you love, right? Like that's what I feel like AI is definitely heading towards that. And then imagine all the text that it's going through now, and you can have these in-depth, crazy conversations, any kind of conversation you want. Now let's think about the 6.0 version where now you're looking at a screen and this screen can give you visual cues like you would a conversation, like me and you talking.
Right.
I get a lot of visual cues from your eyebrows. I know when you're not paying attention, and I know when I lost you, and I know when you're happy. I know when you're interested. Imagine when it learned. Okay, the first version is going to be like real goofy. It's going to be like a very computer looking thing, and then the next version after that, it's going to be it's going to be like I'm talking to you.
Right.
It's like I can make your face my little screen, my little, my AI. Dude, we're heading that way so fucking fast. It's crazy.
So this used to be a TV show back, I can't remember when, a long time ago.
2008?
No, I think it was before that.
Oh, what is that?
So basically, it was artificial intelligence that you would talk to. It was like a...
That's not a person.
No, it's not
acting.
Person. No, it's a TV show.
That's a person, though. Acting, right?
That's yes.
With
yes,
okay.
Yes, but they made it look like... So imagine, you were talking about Chat GPT having a likeness. This is what...
I wonder if it's going to have its own, or if you pick it. I'm sure you're going to be able to pick it.
Oh, yeah, like an avatar that you build.
Okay, I'm calling this now. The future is, unfortunately, my parents and your parents aren't going to fall into this, but maybe if I turn into a parent, or if I have kids and they have kids, what's going to end up happening is, if you have so much data of somebody's data, right? Of how they sound, how they look, I bet you an AI can have your mom live with you for the rest of your life.
Yes.
Via computer. So it'll know all her at some point, I think there's going to be a large portion of people who have a lot of internet data, like Joe Rogan.
Sure. Like
Joe Rogan's kids probably could have this technology.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
And... But give you original things, give you things that's never been said.
Sure, it's like you're talking to the chatbot, but
exactly.
The chatbot is generating his likeness and his voice.
Exactly. He has every word, inflection of word, everything he's ever said he can't say something he's never said before. Probably.
We already have that now. They call it the deep fake, right?
Right.
There's a bunch of deep fakes.
Well, that's more like images versus.
Well, but there's also voice.
Well, yeah, but I think they're typing it. It's not. I see
whatever the sounds are, the tones that come out of your throat.
Right, they've been having a lot of fucking what's his name? Some Joe Biden shit talking about nuclear shit.
Oh, fake.
Yeah, but right now you can tell the difference. But just imagine 10 years when you're not going to be able to tell the difference.
Right, like PlayStation used to look a certain way, or I'm sorry, Atari used to look a certain way, and now we have PlayStation. What is it, 5? And those baseball players look like you're actually watching a game.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's going to be too expensive to pay actors. They're not going to pay actors $35 million for a blockbuster. They're going to use an AI bot.
Yeah.
That's where I promise you that's where we're headed.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But I don't know if it's a bad thing. I'm just saying.
It's the death of Hollywood. It's the death of a bunch of industries. I actually have a question in here. And I said there's certain things you shouldn't go to school for anymore: pilot, truckers, lawyers, information-based jobs.
Okay.
Why pilots? Because right now they're doing Tesla's doing the self-driving semi trucks that are driving.
I think we'll be away before there's airline flights that we trust the AI.
Why would you think that if already the military uses drones for strikes?
Fair.
They're already doing that.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they also have the confidence that there's no other lives on this thing. So if it malfunctions or whatever, I'm sure we lose a lot of drones.
You really don't want to lose I don't know how much it costs.
Yeah.
American drone into the hands of somebody like China where they're just going to copy everything. Right?
Right.
So, listen, these black ops are not putting out shit. They're putting out really, really good product.
True. But, yeah. This guy's face is tripping me out, bro.
Yeah. I'm sure it was like a rubber...
Dude, if I was on some shit, I would have to turn this off already.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, they gave us a glimpse of what ChatGPT was going to turn into back in the...
I think...
1986.
Yeah, man.
So...
I'm sure... Yeah, I don't know. I can't even guess. I can't even guess where we're going with that because I think there's going to be so much unknown stuff. We don't know what we don't know right now. I think we're on the verge of something super crazy, though.
Right. This is the next. It's like the Industrial Revolution. This is the next revolution, which is technical revolution. Is that what they're calling it?
Yeah, right.
I would say so.
What other questions you got over there?
Anyways, I wrote a bunch of questions.
Where'd you get? Did you come up with these yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder. You know what? We need to keep that book.
This book?
It should be we might turn it into a little segment.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like we could just always refer to the book for like wild questions. Anyways, but what do you have written down?
I just turned to this page in the book. It says, "Is there such a thing?"
No, talk about your question.
Well, it's the same. It refers to the same thing.
Okay, cool.
So this says in the book, there's on page 13. It says, "If there is such a thing, in 10 words or fewer, state your personal definition of love." That eye roll, I felt it as you rolled your eyes.
My definition of love is 10 words or less, right? That's something you have to like really think about and write out. I don't know if I can come up. Okay, let me think. My definition of love is providing me with all the things I can't provide myself.
Okay, that's what love is to you.
But dude,
so it's just based on you.
Nailed it.
Okay.
Nailed it,
that
dude.
says a lot. That says a lot.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I think that's what it is.
You're talking about self-love. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
that's what love is to you.
Love to me, yeah, right.
It's based around yourself, not others. You.
All right. Let's put a. Hold on for a second.
Uh-oh. Oh, I just turned. Okay. We'll do that. All right. So I wrote these few things down, and I wrote them down based on I've been having a conversation with a friend of mine from a long time ago, which was interesting, the story that you told me earlier. But anyway, so this friend of mine goes back 30 years.
Okay.
So, we used to be friends, and then we lost contact, and then I signed on, or I got my Facebook back on, and then I saw her there, and she had sent me a message 4 years ago, and I answered it, and then we just started talking. But in any case, so I came up with these questions because she was like, "Your podcast is like it's so weird. You talk about aliens and all this." Right?
She's like, we don't prep anything.
We
this
don't really
show
don't.
Is off the cuff.
Yep.
Zero preparation. We don't know what we're going to talk about.
And we're not proud of that either. But
it shows.
Yeah, exactly.
It shows. Go ahead.
Okay. Anyways, so do you believe in love at first sight?
Nah, that's not possible. But lust at first sight.
Okay.
Love at first sight.
Tell me about it.
No way. There's no way you could know that.
You know, a lot of women.
I try to
this.
narrow it down what love was in 10 words with not thinking about it. The words that I said probably is not actually truthful.
Well, it is to you.
It could be. It's a
you.
version.
That's how you feel about it.
But
yeah.
if you want to narrow it in 10 words, but what I think, what love is, you have to get to know the person. You can't. Looks will deceive you, my man.
Absolutely.
There's no way.
You don't have to tell me, but
there's
I'm
no
asking.
way you can. That's impossible. That's what like those fucking bachelor shows are about.
Yes,
there's
like a 90%
get engaged and married
rate.
in 2 months.
Yeah,
quit playing. Dude.
How about that? Love at First Sight show where they don't even see each other; they just talk to each other, and they can't ask like certain questions like, "Hey, how much do you weigh?
How big's that dick?"
Yeah, you can't ask questions like that.
We got 4.
Like for what? 4 ounces? For what?
Yeah,
4 pounds?
4 inches thick.
Whoa. Okay. Well,
Pepsi can, baby.
That's enough. Well, all right. Anyways, so no, you think not? I also believe that
right.
It's not possible.
And I wonder. I'd like to talk to the person who thinks that you can, because. Maybe the only way that person thinks that is if you're a fugly motherfucker, right?
Okay. Super
ugly.
Yeah.
And some dime piece shows interest to you. You're like, yeah, love at first sight. That's like what other time? How else? You know?
Yeah. I guess then does it
because
exist?
he's so desperate. He thinks that's love. Is just like, oh, this hot girl likes me.
So your answer is yes. You do think it.
I guess it depends on the person.
Yeah.
Maybe an individual could be like, no, I was in love with them at first. Yeah, I'm going to retract that. I'm going to retract it now that we talked it out a little bit. I think it's individual based. Now, I don't believe I can fall in love at first sight. Now, I could fall in.
Why do you say that? Because you think you have like more options?
No, I feel like you have to get to know the person before you can.
Absolutely.
Right. So I think that it's possible to see a girl that you're like, oh,
yes,
she's the one. No,
yeah.
she's the one. I'm just gonna. I need to know her.
Yeah.
And then,
but it's not love.
It's not love.
It's not.
But
love.
you can say something's drawing you. There was something about you.
Okay.
Maybe that something is love that you just don't quite know.
Yeah.
But something drew you to that person. You spark up a conversation. You hit it off, and boom, you married. Blah blah. The rest is history. Yeah. That's a possible scenario, no doubt. But did you know you loved her?
That's what I'm saying.
Give
How
her
could
your
you
fucking
possibly
second lung or something? You know, like give her your
exactly right here. I have written down.
Liver.
Will I give her my kidney, my one kidney?
There you go.
I don't know.
Do we have 2 lungs? Did I say?
Yeah, we have 2 lungs. Yeah. Yes, Dino, we have 2 lungs.
You know, I was like, man, I didn't know. It sounded like that was. No, I think we have 1 lung.
And you're not even high yet.
No, I took a puff before we started.
Oh, you did? Okay, so.
No, I was trying to keep it with it. I was trying to be. My eyes got so droopy last time. You could tell I was getting like high.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I don't like to zoom in so much. If you zoom in, you see how fucking droopy my eyes get.
There it is. Yeah. So yeah, I also don't.
I have to admit, I liked our old background. I liked the little Karen's thing. I think. Yeah. I like that better.
Okay. Well, yeah, we need to clean this room out.
Yeah, we got to figure something out.
So you need to make time. But anyways, yeah. So okay. So love at first sight. You think it might be real, and. After talking about it, yeah, I guess it can be depending on who.
You could fool yourself. I think it's not real love. It's impossible.
How can it be?
You can't.
How can it be?
But you can meet somebody where you're like, I knew this was the person from the first time I met them.
Okay, you could think that, and then it turns into it, and you like.
I could see that where you can be like, no. This person did so many things that like low key, like, oh, they're a caring person that, you know, they asked me if I wanted something when they got out, you know, all these just little things. You're like, no, this is a cool person. Like I definitely wanted to get to know this person more, and then, you know, you'd spend the rest of your life with them. I mean, it could Happen.
Okay, so there's a yes there, because depending on who you are, it's possible. Because if you look at it through like a female lens, it's obviously they're like, if they see like, I don't know, a good looking guy, like they're good looking, right? They're like, let's say they're a 10, the guy's a 10, right? But he's also, apart from being a 10, his social life and his career is also at level 10. Sure. He's level 10 all the way around. He's a full circle guy. Mm-hmm. She sees him and she's like, I want him. Like, for her, that could be love at first sight.
I don't think it's love, though. I think it's like, you know that you're gonna try.
Like, maybe she sees in her head, I could walk around with him.
Right.
He's like, arm candy also. Like, she loves the life that she built in her head.
Well, yeah, they could probably do that shit in like a minute.
Yeah. So then, yeah, it's possible.
Yeah,
because I was like, no. I was like, there's no way.
I think the true definition of love, it can't be known until you know the person. Right?
Okay, that's interesting because there's 7 different types of love. Did you know that? You should, because this is Greek, ancient Greek.
Are you gonna crack an egg of knowledge on me right now?
Yeah,
let me know.
Definitely. So there's 7.
Okay.
So the first one is eros love, and that's based on sexuality with your partner.
Attractive.
That's like
physical.
That's animal like.
Primal.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So that's eros, and then philia is friendship, the love of friendship. When your friend comes around, it's like, oh, he's really happy to see you. That's
that's how you love your friends.
That's how you love your friend.
Okay, cool.
And then storge is familial. Your brother, your sister.
Your family.
Your family, okay?
Siblings.
And then, but that's also different from the way you love your child.
Sure.
Okay, so anyways, so storge is familial love. And then agape is like universal love. Like, it's charity.
Agape.
Yeah. It's charity. Like,
it's like, I know the few Greek words I know is like agapimu is like a term of endearment to your, like, I love you, like my little.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
My love, my agapimu.
So it's it's a universal. The way I wrote it down is agape is a universal charity type of love. Mm-hmm. Like, you send money to
love for your fellow man kind of thing.
Exactly. That's exactly right. And then lotus is love under conditions, like friends with benefits. So it's like somebody that you conditionally love.
Yeah,
like,
but don't you think a lot of women love us that way?
Okay. Explain.
With conditions of we're going to provide.
It's always that.
Yeah,
100%. It's always that.
Right.
Like I think that they won't even look at you unless they know that they can have a better life, because they do that one thing. That
depending on the chick, because there's some lonely chicks that just need somebody in their life, so they're not going to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
again, the options.
Right.
The options thing, because they just want somebody. Like,
I think, man, being lonely, that's kind of a crazy thing to think about. That there's a lot of people who just spend a lot of time being alone.
We're social animals, so we need that. And if you're like, you don't have family or anything like that, or you can't even find somebody to give you like any kind of attention, that's tough. So yeah. Anyway, so the next one is pragma. So it's duty. It's like the type of love you have for like arranged marriages.
Do you care if she wants to jump on?
No, bring her on.
Hell yeah, right? All right, folks, we got a special guest here today. We're gonna have to edit this in somehow.
Yeah,
we got our very first female guest on Karen's Kids podcast. We got Angie over here.
Welcome, Angie.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
How do you like the studio? First off, let's forget that there's a hole in the ceiling.
Okay.
But
that's been there 3 weeks now, by the way.
But I plugged the other one.
And I'm the lazy one.
I think it's the fanciest one I've ever had.
You know what? I had to cut a hole in the goddamn studio ceiling because these pipes were knocking, and it just were knocking. It was obnoxious. I had to find it.
Actually, I think that happened last year. In fact, that was back in 2022.
Nah, that's only been open for like 3 episodes.
3 months.
Clip playing, trying to put me on blast. Fuck you. I clocked the ceiling or in the kitchen. I had to do the same shit.
But I pay for professionals.
You gotta talk into it.
I gotta talk in a way.
We didn't coach you.
Yeah, well, that's our fault. You want to talk right into the mic.
Yeah, you want to get
as close as possible.
Don't spill my drink.
I won't. You're gonna want that like pretty much. You're gonna have to put your chin.
There we go.
So I really have to sound like Joe Rogan.
No, well, it just wants to smile.
That could be adjusted if you wanted to.
Thank you.
Yeah. You know what's funny is that we work with some people. They're like, "Who you guys trying to be, Joe Rogan?" It's like, well, sorry, this guy like fucking I don't know. He has 10 million fucking followers, but it's like, yeah, we all want to get in the podcast game. Who cares?
Yeah. Who are they trying to be? Picasso?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, honestly, shut up.
You know what I think about podcasts though? I don't think of it as like I think of it as another social media. Like I talked about it.
That's exactly what it is.
It's like you can think of Facebook, Instagram. Facebook's more maybe a little bit long form. Instagram's more pictures, and podcast is more how you get to actually know somebody. Because it's like you can be fake, right? But if you have hours and hours and hours of podcasting, it's like people will generally get to know who you are.
That's right.
Does that tie back into y'all's conversation that I just jumped into?
Yeah, no. We started talking about love, actually.
Yeah.
Kind of, but like getting to know somebody, you know.
Sure.
Yeah. Go ahead. All right. Go right into your question, and then you can get. But we'll start.
So I want to start all over though.
Right.
We'll start with the first question. Do you believe
hit her with that.
Yeah. So, the first I wrote a few things down. My first question is, do you believe in love at first sight?
Yes. Do I believe in limited loves of first sight? No.
Okay, wait, but what does that mean?
Yeah, explain.
That means that there can be multiple, and somewhere down the line you happen to encounter again. There's this connection. It's like, and it doesn't have to be just one person. It can be multiple. I mean, we live in a world of like billions and billions of people. Like, why do you think there's just one person you can fall in love with? You can fall in love with a lot of people, and then it just happens to be faith, or like you run into someone. It just happens to be like you're lucky, I guess. Yeah. You run into that one person.
So you do believe in love at first sight. So at first we were like, no.
We're saying like when you meet somebody, you can tell right away like I love this person. There's a connection. No, but okay. Do you think there's a difference between connection and love?
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Yes.
So that's what kind of I was saying. I was like, you can fall in definitely lust at first sight, but you can't love the person until you get to know them, right? Because like you could be infatuated, like this person's checking a lot of my visual boxes. What happens
first.
Imagine if you're talking to, I mean, it happens all the time. You talk to some perfect looking version of what you want, and then when you talk to them, they're fucking dumb as shit. Okay. Or you can't hold a conversation, or you realize you're on totally different levels. From a distance, you're like, that's the one. But as soon as you fucking walked up and talked to him, you're like, yeah, no.
Yeah, it's like as a person, you have this huge checklist of all the things that you want. And if somebody comes across your psyche or you're just in your presence and they check all those boxes, you might be like, oh, I think I'm in love with this person.
Right. But then you have to think, am I drunk right now? Am I high right now?
Well, yeah.
Have I fucked in a while? Because what I was going to say earlier is what's interesting about men, especially, and I hate to even admit it, but it's fucking true. We get fucked with because our DNA and the way we think about like, when we meet a chick, and let's say we're extra horny, our brain will convince me or us that we like this person way more than we do.
You may even look more beautiful.
You might even think you love them. Like, that's why some dude's like, no, I love this girl. Well, yeah. It's like, dude, you can't.
It's not even but in that moment, it's like, because you're having fun, you're letting loose. Like, you're not like, you don't have some sort of shield, or like, don't feel like you have to like hold back. You're like having a good time. So you're just like, fuck it. Like,
it might be that moment you love them for that moment.
No. Like, dude, I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying. But in our man brain, there's something that happens that we lie to ourselves. We will convince ourselves that this person's more the one, and then it's not true, but it's not even our fault because it's the way like we're just programmed. So it's like
we just have to close that circle, and then that's the means of doing it.
Have you ever heard of a man talk about post-nut clarity?
Ew, no.
Okay, if you had a guess what post-nut clarity is, could you?
I don't know. You clean it afterwards?
Okay, say it again.
You clean it afterwards?
No. So post-nut clarity, okay.
Oh, like your mind is clear.
Okay. Yes. So our brains, like I was explaining, when we get especially extra horny, you haven't jerked off in a couple of days or...
Zombie level zombie level, like you need to get this. Okay, you go blind. You're like, this is the only thing on my mind. I just need that.
I do not know how that feels.
You would never know. It's a
That's what I'm saying.
Thing.
It's a unique man thing where our brain will convince us that sending that text message to a girl you haven't talked to in 12 years is a good idea. That's that part of your brain. It's not a good idea.
It's not.
So the point is that before you make that text message, that risky text, you jerk off, you blow your load, then everything can be more clear. Did I really want to talk to this person? 9 out of 10, no. So most men, before they make any decision, if they were to have jerked off, it will make a better decision.
Yeah, it's like you know that you have access to this girl, right? But she's toxic and crazy. But you're like, you know what? She serves the purpose. You're going to convince yourself that it's a good idea. You'll deal with the consequences later. But post-nut, you're like, what the fuck was I thinking? Why did I do that? And that's what occurs. So that's what that is.
So
good to know. Thank you for
the education, right? You got to make sure you talk.
Sorry, I don't know how to do this.
I know it's all good. We all sucked the first time, but you have to imagine your chin has to be really close to it. Well, you could hear it in your own ears that it sounds better. What can I help you with?
Turn it down.
Bring it down.
Yours. Yeah. Look at yours. Mine's all the way up here, and yours is all a little bit. This is edited, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This guy fucking doesn't want to edit shit.
I do it all.
He does. I do feel a little bad about that. Just only a little bit.
Okay. See, you couldn't have done this in the beginning.
Okay. Is that
all right? Well. Should we start over for the
No.
roll it back.
No.
All right. Where are we at?
We can hear you. You're gonna still be able to hear yourself. It's just the closer you are, you can hear it in your own ears that you're sounding better.
It should be loud. You should hear yourself.
Maybe if my engineers knew what they were doing.
See, that's perfect.
See,
you did it right.
Thanks.
You're doing it.
Thank you for fixing things.
Yay.
We're getting somewhere.
Absolutely.
All right.
Hell yeah. Honestly, see, this is what we need. We need always need a third party here. You know, me and this guy, we do our best, but when we always have an extra guest, it brings aliveness, right? Yeah. It brings
it brings you more alive.
I do. I need more people. Yeah. Okay, what do you call that? What kind of person is that needs to be around other people? No. I need to be around other people, and I get more energy from other people.
Yeah, you're more of an extrovert.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
That's how I feel. Like, I feel like I'm cool alone, but when I'm with other people, I don't know. I don't try to. It's not an extra thought. It's just like, whatever.
Yeah, you get energy from other
people. I do.
That's an extrovert. You're extroverted.
You're vibing, man.
Yeah, it's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
Is that a thing? Is a vibe a thing?
Is a vibe?
100%.
Is it?
Yeah.
Dude, 100%. There is some people, you meet them. I think that's what, like, part of the love at first sight is like, you fucked with their vibe. Yeah. That's what it really, like, that's what.
Or like the chakra thing.
Well, there could be some like that. Like, there's definitely some people you meet and you're like, man, something's off with this motherfucker. Oh, like, especially women are good with that with men.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't, whatever. I mean, that's my guess. But it seems to be like they're good about, like, nah, this is a shady fucking dude. Because you're just putting out a weird kind of energy, Like,
Yeah, for sure. So, okay, so you said yes.
To?
Love at first sight. Love at first sight is real.
I'm just, no.
Excuse me.
I think you can meet somebody at first sight that you end up falling in love with, no doubt.
Yeah.
But I don't think you
that
can
makes
know
it
them.
real.
You can't actually know you love them.
So let's say you're like a 3, right? You on the scale of hotness, you're a 3, and a 8 comes around, and she's just all over you. Mm-hmm. You're gonna feel sensations you've never imagined.
That's not love.
Number
That's
3,
your penis getting big.
Yeah, 3 thinks he's in love, for sure. And then when he sees her the next time, he's gonna spark up. He's gonna come to life again.
Because it's like in your brain, it's like something that you remember. So it's like it's a triggering emotion.
Yeah,
but do you think he actually knows it love, or does he mistaken love for lust?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on your definition of what that is. Yeah.
I think uniformly we all can get on the same page. There's no way you can actually know you love somebody by the way they look. That just doesn't make sense. No. But to know there's something about this person upon meeting them, that could be real. Like this person's different than the other people that I met. Like that I believe. So you can't call that love though.
So what if so being a female, you see a guy, he checks all your boxes, and as soon as you saw him, you were like, I think this is him. This is the guy that I picture. And then he looks a certain way for you. He acts a certain way. You're like, okay, he checks every box. Now you get to know him a little bit. Are you thinking like, I knew it. This is love at first sight. Can you get to that point? Are you going to be like, yeah, I think it is real?
I think it's more of the interaction aspect of it. Like it's just something that like clicks. I don't know. I think I've been fortunate enough to like know when I've met people that like just click. And if I saw them like 50 years down the line, it would still click. Yeah. I think for me, it's just that immediate connection. It's not even a look. It's not even like it's just like I don't know, you like, even if it's like a brushing of a shoulder, but it's like, they're very specific people, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it was a feeling. Okay. It was never like really like physical in that like very second, you know, like I don't know, people flirt with their eyes when they're walking down the line, you know, like whatever, but it's like that, like even when you do that like one double take, like that you know, that type of thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So no, I don't know where it got like where it gets exactly to that. I think everybody experiences their own experience, and it's different for everybody. Sometimes it takes a conversation, sometimes it's physical and it's more on the outside, and sometimes it's a conversation, but sometimes it's like that. I think for me it's that like immediate spark.
Yeah. Okay. So yes or no on love at first sight?
Okay, let's go to the next one. What do y'all see out here? I feel like we've beaten to love at first sight for the last fucking 45 minutes straight. I think we brought it home.
Unconditional love, is that a thing?
Yes.
Yeah, dude. But it's got to be your own blood. It's got to be like your child. Okay. I feel like sibling love and child love, two different things.
Okay.
As much as I would do for my brother and sister.
Okay.
They'll never see this, but actually I'm not going to even say anything bad. But as much as I would do for them, it's probably not the same length that I would do for my child.
Okay, so then I feel like it's conditional. It depends on how you behave with me and the people around me.
Actually, you're kind of right.
Yeah. I don't believe in unconditional, unless you're a dog.
What do you think about it?
Well, that's kind of saying like it's not a tit for tat, or it is a tit for tat. And I mean, so
like,
then it's
it depends on the person. For me, I think it is.
Yeah.
But don't you...
but then it's... If it's you're referring to somebody, it's like, oh, my brother or this or that, like, is that the love that you're referring to? Like,
it could be anybody.
Right.
No, unconditional love.
Right.
But what he's saying it doesn't exist. It's more comes with conditions, and I tend to agree, because imagine this: you can love somebody, but if they're not reciprocating and they're not giving you the things that you need, well, then my love stops at that.
Yeah. No, so then I agree in terms of like it has to be like kin or like your child, your blood, maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
Unconditional.
But
even
to
that
that
I think is conditional.
But to that extreme, you can still like be there and tell them I love you. I don't agree with what you're saying or what you did. Right. And good luck, but I still love you.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think there's a value system. I think everybody who's in your life, around you, anything, there has to be a value to it, because if you're constantly just giving, and they never get back, then that's like, I'm going to opt out to be around you at all. Right. And so for me, it's everything is conditional.
I think people don't realize they have conditions.
Yeah.
Like you can ask them that, and they would say, "Oh no, I love unconditionally." But like, if you narrow it down, it's like, no, it does come with conditions. Yeah. Could you imagine your husband never doing anything for you, doesn't help you with anything? No, you expect that help.
But here's the question: then did you love them?
Yeah, I think you did when they provided a value for it.
Right, but you can fall out of love. So
Yes.
Okay.
But I think a lot of people.
That's why I think unconditional love.
Yeah,
is
but
not
how
real.
many people fall out of love when they've had a newborn at 18 months? And it's like, oh, we fell out of love, but like, we can't leave this. We got to do this thing for the next fucking bunch of years.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how many that falls? I would think that falls to a lot of people. That's my whole thing about like the whole marriage idea. Like, it's a person's idea to get married. It doesn't feel very natural. There's this book called Sapiens, and it talks about way back in the day, our hunter-gatherer days, before science. Women didn't know it took one man's sperm to make them pregnant. It used to be the whole group. So they would think everyone thought everyone's kids were everyone's because they didn't know it only took one and one. Right? So we evolved that way. The thought of marriage is actually a thought. It's somebody's idea because
socially constructed.
Wasn't actually natural. And I'm not saying that we should all be in like these polygamous relationships and shit, but when you see a lion have 4 lionesses, it's like kind of like, okay, well, that makes sense. It's like you're not really meant for one. You're trying to do. If you're thinking about a man could spread a seed pretty fucking easily and quickly, like that's how we're designed. The fact that you should only have one. But at the same time, me saying that, I'm not saying there's a ton of benefits to have families, right? You can say all the statistics of all the people in jail that grew up fatherless or motherless or neither or whatever. Right. So I'm not saying the nucleus family is something bad, but I think, I don't know, it's a crazy thing. The thought of being somebody with forever doesn't seem natural, but the thought of being with somebody to raise a kid does seem natural. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
I have a story to tell.
Hit me with it, please. I do a lot of talking on this.
No, it's fine. So speaking of men spreading their sperm, my grandfather, the Caballeros, he himself in one town.
Let's talk into this a little better. I'm sorry.
I don't know how to do
I'm
this.
sorry.
You
gotta get. You see how close I am?
Okay, now I'm close. Right. So in Mexico had with my grandmother only 5 children, but a total of like 52. That's one person.
Wait, one person had 52?
Yes.
Bro.
One.
I thought my mom's my
Do you think he took care of them? Absolutely not. With my grandmother alone, it was just 5.
Well, he only has to get to a certain point.
Oh, the dude had 52 kids.
Right.
Oh, he did.
He did with different.
I was thinking of blown out vaginal walls. 52.
Okay, no, come
like
on.
That's not hot
even...
dog down the hallway type of thing. I'm thinking.
Bro, I want to see a picture of this dude.
Yeah, fucking.
No, I want
to see. They call him the hammer.
No.
How do you say hammer in Spanish?
Martillo.
The martillo. That's what they call them.
Yeah. You go to town and everybody's your cousin or your uncle or your aunt. Yeah.
Wow, damn, you have to be like super careful you're not inbreeding.
I don't go down there.
Yeah. Well, not you.
I'm sure they somehow are probably, but
yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
He was a wild man.
I thought it was one lady had all these children.
No, of course not.
Because on my mom's side,
possible, is it?
21.
Ooh. 21 children. How old was she?
When she started,
yeah,
I would say as soon as she broke blood.
14?
Nah, dude, weren't like people back in the day were having kids at like 10, 11. As soon as they got their period, I think they were like that was the sign of like we need to start having kids.
Yeah, and she had kids. She was pregnant perpetually.
back to back.
It was like back to back. Yeah, 21. That's a lot of kids, and that was one man, one woman.
Is it possible to be addicted to being pregnant?
I think it's possible to get addicted to anything. I've seen people eat drywall.
You physically?
No. I saw a show. Like there's a show on A&E where people like get addicted.
No,
to shit.
they eat toilet paper.
Yeah, that's exactly the show I'm talking about.
Chalk,
that's the one.
I've seen it.
So why couldn't you get addicted to being pregnant or the feeling, those emotions, those? It's so attached to hormones and everything.
Let's talk about that. Do you
No, I don't even think it's about addiction. I think it's going back to like, oh, you're done, ready to have another one. Like it was a very machismo thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that
his
was
side or her side?
His side.
Okay.
She was there to. Yes, sir.
Okay, do you think that these really weird quirks like eating toilet paper and eating chalk and being addicted to baby,
I say paper.
what do you think that is? Do you think that like they weren't loved enough as a child? Like what creates that pathway of having such a crazy quirk that like not a lot of humans have, like eating toilet paper? There's people who eat just rolls and rolls of toilet paper. That's what they do.
I mean,
So,
it's
like,
hard to say, but it's obvious there's
that's
some
pretty
type
gross.
of trauma there. Because why?
Has to be.
What got you to the point where you were like, I feel comfortable eating this,
Is it
and
like
no one else is doing it?
is it like my stepdad's beating my mom in the other room and I'm in the bathroom hiding and I just do this nervous twitch and all of a sudden like that
There it is. You're addicted to Scott.
Nah, yeah. Yeah. You're like, hey, I like that double ply. I need that Charmin double ply, that fucking extra thick, the clogger toilet shit.
So funny story. When I
You can't
when I was in
preface-
high school.
It better be fucking funny if you preface a story that way. Go ahead.
Okay, no, well, it is. It's a funny story. So when I was in high school, I've always had like anxiety. You know, I've pretty much beaten it. But what I would do is I would take a little piece of paper and I would stick it in my mouth and it'd be like something to chew, and I would press it with the back of my
Like gum.
no, not my gum. It would be
like gum.
like if it was gum. Yeah, I would just put it in the back of my it would smash my molars. And so today, I mean, still like I have to wear a mouth guard because I grind my teeth.
Yeah.
So that's why my teeth are like super straight, because I grind them all the time. But I still do it.
Nah, it's not Invisalign. Quit playing.
Nah, man.
Hey, brought to you by Invisalign.
There it is.
This is our first sponsor.
So yeah, so I used to put paper in my mouth. Anyway, so I was telling Dino that I recently got back on Facebook, and one of my friends from high school, she was like, "Hey, do you still eat paper?" She saw me. Yeah, she saw me one time me stick paper in my mouth.
Isn't it crazy the impression that you have on certain people? Yeah. They have certain memories of you that you have no idea.
Yeah, I hadn't
but
talked
there's
to her
that
in years.
one time that you picked your nose, and that's what that person thinks about you.
Thank
Isn't
God
that
it was
kinda
paper,
funny?
not my nose.
What do you
Oh,
think,
man.
now think about what that is for you, for other people.
Yeah.
Like, what is that thing when they're like, "Oh, that's so Dino"? Like, what is that memory they have?
Yeah, exactly.
Damn, that's so weird.
Exactly. So yeah, so I haven't seen her in like 20 something years, 27 years or whatever.
Did you clap those cheeks or what?
She's like, no, I tried.
Sorry.
I tried.
I don't know.
But anyways, yeah, she was like, "Do you still eat paper?" I was like, "No." I was like, "That's what you remember?" Honestly, no, I have enough money for gum now. All right, I buy gum.
You're like, no, I got a lot of carpet to munch.
Yeah, no, fuck that carpet shit.
Jesus.
Anyway,
Once again.
yeah. So
All right.
going back to this,
Get
so
to
our
do
next question
Yeah,
is,
hit us with another question.
okay, can love be irrational?
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
Come on. Yeah.
Give me stories.
Okay, well, women who stay with dudes who beat them,
Yeah. That's
Case
totally
closed.
irrational. Yeah.
it's so irrational.
Do you have a story?
Nah.
Not one that you want to share?
Nah, I've never fucking even came close, dude. Nah.
Not that you got beat, but just that you were around somebody you didn't want.
No. I've seen a dude get crazy with a chick a few times. I've seen like push up against the wall type of shit.
What
I'm
did
like,
you
whoa.
do?
I was like, whoa.
That's all?
And yeah, well, it got stopped. I was right there. I was in arm's length, and I touched him and pushed, like, separated it. Yeah, hell yeah. I would do it 100% of the time. No matter, I knew the people, obviously, but even if I didn't, not that I'm one of those. Listen, I'm not saying there is 0% chance a woman can't get hit by a dude. I'm not saying that. Okay, I'll say a fucking very famous David, Tosh.0 or Daniel Tosh joke, right?
Okay.
He goes, hitting women is a very gray area, right? What if you come home and your wife killed your first kid and is in motion to kill your second kid, drowned him, and you come in? Do you hit her?
I beat the shit.
All I'm saying is it's a gray area. Yeah. that's the whole joke.
That's like an extreme.
It's very extreme.
That's almost like that's fucking.
That's the whole. That's the whole joke. Okay. But there's almost no snip. But
outside of that, guys, do not do it. No,
but you okay.
Right? But
it does get crazy though. Okay, let's say you get into an argument with a female, and she punches you in the face. Let's say you take it.
Yeah.
Okay, you just take it, and you're like, okay, now you're shocked because this bitch just punched you.
Okay.
Then she's like, up, and she's hitting you again. What? I mean, do you just...
You'd walk away.
Okay, what if it doesn't work?
You keep walking away.
And she's throwing...
She can't hurt you.
You know the way out. Right? I mean, if it gets to that point, I don't know why.
Just make sure that she doesn't have a knife in her
hand. I think a stiff arm.
Yeah.
A stiff arm, like I'm not okay. You hit me once. I'm not gonna let you hit me again. Yeah. I'm not gonna hit you.
I mean, there are women that will knock you the fuck out.
For sure. I watch video. Somehow I clicked on something, and all I see is these chicks punching dudes in the face. Yeah. Some bitches know how to throw a punch.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I've seen big dudes go down.
Yeah.
There was this one video. This chick, this fucking Becky, just goes up to this dude. A two-piece, a real quick two-piece, and fucking down. She has a brother or something that taught her boxing.
She takes MMA.
She threw a two-piece
boxing.
Legit.
Yeah.
Knocks this dude out. This big dude falls back drunk. And I'm like, if that was me, I don't know. I'd be so fucking pissed. Like, no, you can't beat up a chick. But like, why is that okay? You know what I'm saying? Like something has to happen where she has to know that listen, this is jungle rules. This isn't fucking make-believe rules. This is jungle rules. I will eat you alive if you fuck with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's a lot. If a girl raises her hand, I'm out. That's it. It's
avoiding it is always the first answer. Of course, if you can avoid it. But imagine you say you woo. She punches you. You go turn around, and now she's on your back, swinging on you. You can't see where they're coming from.
Where's this trauma coming from? I would love to know.
I've seen shit. That's all. It's not nothing with me. I'm just trying to I'm just getting deep.
Sleeves, you reach for the sleeves.
We're just getting deep into the situation. That's all.
Yeah, risk control is what we call it. Risk control.
Like a bear hug. A bear hug for sure. Like you're not gonna.
Do you grab her, hold her, and whisper in her ear, "I love you"?
I'm so fucking turned on right now.
Does that work? It has to have worked once, right?
Jesus. I thought a chick hitting you, like, oh, yeah.
It probably worked.
I'm sure Usher did it or something. You know,
Usher.
Yeah, Usher.
Anyways, all right. So
okay, hit us with another one. Nothing. Okay. Is it all love related?
It's all love related. All of it.
All right, let's go to the book. Let's do something else then, because this isn't a Dr. Phil episode.
No, I thought.
So we're gonna go from
that's
something.
What I was signing up for.
You're like, this isn't Maury.
So this is something that got.
You are the father.
Here's my problem with Dino, right? So he gave me this book last week, right? And I turned to the first page, and he's like, "Don't read the first thing. Go to the fucking middle."
I wanted it to be very random.
I was like, "Bro, that's not how books work." He's like, "No, it is a random book." I was like, "Well, why don't I just read the first one?" And then here we have something structured laid out. He wants to bounce around again. Here, okay.
Because you know what it is? If I feel like I'm not excited about the subject, there's no way the three people who listen.
He obviously doesn't want to talk about love.
He actually, when I asked him to describe love in 10 words, he said,
"I did it."
What? Yeah, what was it? This is what he said. Very telling. Go ahead, shoot.
I don't know what it was exactly. We're gonna have to rewind it.
What I provide for myself,
being able to provide something for me that I can't provide for myself.
That's what he thinks love is.
Also, that's also not 10 words.
It was 10 words.
No, that was like 15.
No.
It's actually
I nailed it, but I did it more just to nail it with my hand, like with.
Oh, because
not that I actually believed what I said, but it fit really perfectly. But it's not all the way false. Because if you think about it,
self-love will take you
right,
places.
But exactly. So why would you love somebody else? Is because they're giving you things that you can't give yourself.
Okay, well that's not very nice. So you don't believe in love. So your answer was wrong.
No, you can love. No. You can absolutely love somebody, but why do you? But you love them because they have all the qualities that you don't have. You love them because they give you the things that you can't give yourself. You can't give yourself affection. You can't give yourself a partner. You can't give yourself. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, this is where I need the Roots to cue Miley Cyrus. I can buy myself flowers. No.
Okay. He would argue with you that women can't be independent.
No,
Can't have. I'm saying not independent. Can't
be careful.
have.
Be careful. Go ahead.
It's not that you can't be independent, but women who. He would make the argument that women who.
Do you not speak for him?
No, I will in this instance. That women who act like they don't need a man, like the new age woman, is like, oh, we don't need a man. We're independent. I'm a boss bitch. I do my own thing. Right? Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. That they're the ones who are unhappy. That they're the ones who are actually been sold the wrong dream.
What do you think about that?
Am I close?
What do you think about that?
Speaking for you, was I close?
Okay, I'll answer that, but after I want to know what she thinks.
I think at this point, women are educated enough to literally just be to each his own. I think there is that group of people that are very like in their roots, and there is like a second generation coming around that also wants to be in the roots, and that like those little people in the middle that are just like wanting to be more progressive and like wanting to do like the cooler things and whatnot. But I don't know.
I'm progressive, but I'm also like I have.
He's like the soup.
Traditional roots.
I like soup.
Progressive soup. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, but I'm very like. There's a lot of things that I'm very traditional about, and so what Dino's referring to is that. Like, so what's happening nowadays, a lot of women are going to school. They're becoming independent.
INDEPENDENT. Do you know what that?
You know, because a lot of people have, I mean, we jumped from a generation that like provided for their children and their women, and they didn't have to work. They didn't have to worry about that. They cooked and they cleaned and they provided at home to like literally the next generation. It was like, okay, the war started. You have to go like have a job, and you have to also provide for your family, and you also have to be at home while your husband's not there. And then we jumped into something where it's like now women have to work and provide for themselves and like be equal. So it's like progressively been like more and more and more, but at the same time at home you're still required to do all of those things. You're supposed to provide for your family, raise your children, be there to feed your husband. And different ethnicities require different things. Like I know, just coming from a Hispanic background, like you do all of those things, and your husband still expects like a warm meal every day, you know, and still expects for you to do all of the things on top of all of those things. So it just progressively has been more and more.
Yeah. You don't think there's any dudes that understand the new wave of things is like pitching in?
100%, yes.
Yeah.
I think yes.
Because my mom's made comments, because like my dad is that generation of like, I'm going to work, I provide, and then fucking was in the bedroom the rest of the day. You know, like kind of like that mentality. Like I did my shit. And nowadays, like we the younger generation men understand like, hey, no, it's not, we gotta help a little bit with the house. It can't be, you know, we could do our chores too, you know, it's not all them, and we can cook too. And it's like, I feel like especially the millennials are more in tune with that. It's like it's more of a partnership. That's what, you know, like, yeah, I don't know.
So there's a lot of studies, and there's this thing that women have. It's called hypergamy. Have you heard of it?
Never.
Okay, so hypergamy is what women look for is someone to provide for them. Okay, so like
mantenidas.
Men need women for sure.
No, 100%. Like mantenidas.
Yeah, she said a Spanish word. You're like, yeah, no, men do need us.
No.
Yeah, I heard the word, men need us is what I heard.
The word mantenidas.
Yeah,
it means like a woman that I will
needs somebody to provide for them. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. So hypergamy.
Yes.
Hypergamy is the thing that women have where they search for a man that's better than them. So like if they go to school and they get educated and they become, let's say, the powerhouses of their
career, right? Let's say they become a lawyer, right? And they're at the top of their law firm, right? Their pool of men to pick from, they're not going to go to the guy who's a construction worker. She wants a man just like her. So that pool of men is very, very tiny. So the more educated she becomes, the more independent she becomes, the less likely she is to find somebody, because she's going to want somebody that's at her level or higher. And that's, every woman has that. So hypergamy is finding your level or better. And so what I tell a lot of the guys that I talk to, I tell my cousin, and it's not that I'm not a hater. I'm a realist. And so I see things, and when I see them, I say them. And so what I say is, if you as a man are looking for a woman and she's interested in you, it's because the reason why she's interested in you is because you're better than her. You're taller, you're good looking, you have better things to provide than she can do for herself. And it's always conditional. It's always conditional.
Is that conscious or subconscious?
It's DNA based. This is something that's internal, that's inside of us, that's happened. We've evolved that way. Like, men want to provide. Even the way men fall in love is completely different from the way women fall in love. It's very different. Women fall in love with a man for what he can provide, right? What he can build. So like a lot of men men will build everything, and the woman will come and move in. Some women nowadays are also building, right? They're building families, building careers, building all kinds of things with the men. But most women, most women, they want somebody better than them. And when they reach the high careers, the pool that they have to pick from are men who don't want a woman like them, because that woman's intimidating to them, and they want nothing to do with them, because a lot of times these traits are masculine. And man, I don't want a masculine woman. I want a feminine woman. I want to be able to come home and not have to bicker and argue about things where she thinks that she can push me on. Where it's like, honestly, like, I want to come home and have some peace. I do want to help. Obviously, there's things that you can help with. I'm not. I'll wash dishes. I'll clean. Actually, I was talking to a friend of mine, and she was like, "What are you doing?" I was literally mopping my floor with a sponge. My house. I was cleaning my floor with a sponge because I like.
You don't have a fucking Swiffer?
Fuck,
you don't have a wet jet, bro?
Bro, your floor is not clean.
Dude,
have you been in my house?
Beg to differ.
Is my house nice?
I Swiffer, and when I Swiffer wet jet that, if we did it right now,
could you eat off your floor?
I barely would have any
I could eat off my floor.
Okay. You know what I was thinking about while you were talking, rambling over there?
Yeah.
I was thinking about, do you think culture actually ruined the man-woman dynamic?
No,
I don't think it was culture.
Hear me out. Men, all right, so the workforce was mostly men, right? We made the money, we did the things. Now women are like, no, we're equal. We want to get into this thing too, but was culture the reason women think like, oh, this is an unbalance? Because if it wasn't stated, women wouldn't think there was an unbalance. If you went on nature, you would think, no, we need men. You know why women need men? Because when they're pregnant, they're very vulnerable. They need a man to protect them in those 9 months. That's
more. 5 years, 10 years.
Or whatever, exactly. You're right. Post baby is also part of that. Yeah. So that's where the very natural instinct of a man. Why women want strong men? Yes, because they subconsciously they can protect us against shit, right? That's the whole thing. I don't know. That's what I think. What I actually know. What the fuck? Whatever.
Yeah, that's what it is. Because the woman, while the woman's pregnant, right?
Right.
She has her child.
So I think culture had made it seem like no. Everything is possible. Women can be owners of businesses. Women can be entrepreneurs.
Absolutely, and they are.
And of course, the illusion, the allure of making a lot of money, it hits all of us, male and female. Women want their shit. Men want their shit. But I think culture actually drew the imbalance, because if we weren't all chasing money, chasing money is a man-made idea. It's not a natural thing, right? Think about that. Chasing money is a man-made idea that somebody thought, but it's the way culture is. We all want shit. Money is freedom. So the more money you have, the more freedom you have. But that was a created problem.
Yeah. So what they did,
let me
captured us first.
So my point is the women.
This is what he does.
The independent woman in balance. The women who are unhappy. They were sold this competitive, money-driven thing.
Lies.
Where it's not that women are second class, but like maybe for the full woman experience and man experience.
No, but did you not think for 1 minute though that like men that are intimidated are the ones that like push away the women that intimidate them? Like they are scared of them.
Explain that. Tell me more.
Like,
what do you mean?
You're saying that like the intimidated women are like the ones that like don't end up with like.
I don't think I said anything about intimidated women.
Or like the more.
I'm saying the very driven women,
right.
The very high end.
Intimidate men, right?
Right.
So those are the ones that like are not being like sought after.
I feel like if you're, let's say, you're a very top CEO, you're one of these high-ranking business-wise.
Wouldn't you want to go for that though?
Right, but they don't want to go for me and him.
It's like this.
They want to go for somebody, at the very least, they're equal, but most likely they want to go somebody who's higher. And what he's saying is there's such a small pool that they're literally might be choosing through tens of men. So it's like
you're talking about tens of men throughout the world.
Yeah, right. Or definitely within your area and or nation.
Is dating difficult?
Not for a pretty little girl like herself.
Is dating difficult?
No.
It's not difficult. Okay.
Yeah,
it's
but
very difficult for men.
Ask them if it's difficult for her to find a date.
A 4? Oh, yeah. Exactly.
I mean, there's women who are in that range of fucking 1 to 4 or 5 that are. So it's
your perspective is based on.
All of our perspectives are that though.
Yeah, right? Yeah, they all are. They all are. But if you take the whole pool of a woman who's like a 10, right? But her career, she's at level 10 career too. How many men are available,
right,
who are at that level too?
Right.
Where she took her most beautiful years, right? When she was between 18 and 24 or 27, right? She took those years to build her career. Now she's on a downturn. She's not getting any more beautiful. Now she's aging a little bit. She's starting to get a little crow feet, right? She's dressing different. She's not even part of the style anymore. That man, he can still impregnate a very young girl. The women who are, so they say, this is not me. This is what. This is
how he masks his real feelings. Go ahead. It's not me. It's this book I read.
It's not the book I read. What is said is, we only have about 70 to 75 summers of actual life. Okay, reproductive life for women is less than 30. Right after your eggs are considered geriatric. That's not me saying that. Yeah, those are scientific studies. So,
well, I'm fucked.
Well, no, you might. It's not everybody. It's not everybody. This doesn't mean you. But I'm just saying, it's like, so if you take your career and make it a priority, and you don't go out to try and find that man that's going to be your, because you've been sold this bill of goods that no, it's a career. You have to get educated. It's all about money and freedom. Then you miss out on your later years of having a child. Like Dino, like I told Dino, listen, you'll never know what it's like for your 3-year-old to come to your bed and you bring them in and hold them while they fall asleep.
Yeah, like I had a dog. I have a dog.
Doesn't compare, brother.
How do you know?
I've also had dogs. Okay, I have a Chihuahua.
Nah, you know what? You're right. I know. I'm very positive when you have a child, there is a new level unlocked in your brain.
There it is.
It's
in
like
your heart.
In your heart, your love.
Yeah.
It's a new. I understand that.
Like you think that you could love enough, right? And that you get a child, and then for some reason your capacity gets bigger.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm willing to wait.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's good.
I got 3 nephews. I'm not in any rush.
Yeah. But yeah, so basically it's that. I'm not saying that so basically what Dino was saying was I think a certain way that I'm like traditional. No, I just learned some things where I'm like, holy shit, we're all in trouble. We're all in trouble. Men and women alike. So I'm single.
Give me that book.
Okay.
Go ahead, finish it. You're single. You're single.
No, I said I'm single, and so the women that I meet, they all have kids. They're all older. They all have been through very difficult relationships, and so when they come to meet me, I'm like, holy shit! I'm like, it's like just the things that I have to deal with is like, holy fuck! Like, so that's why I say for me, dating is hard.
Why is it though?
Why is it?
Because you're too picky?
Or it's intimidating. It's intimidating.
Okay, so it's difficult because of my situation. Like, I have an old lady that I live with, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
She's definitely cock blocking. Could you imagine?
Holy shit.
Oh, my
You know what I'm saying? I can't bring anyone home.
My mom, hey, shh. I'm not sleeping.
Yeah, that's never going to happen.
Hold on. Hey,
That's never going to happen.
Roommate, when we walk in, my roommate's sleeping.
People walk in, they're like, why does it smell like pig?
She's like, Mijo.
Is that you? Mom! You know, that whole situation. And then I walk in and I have to go down to the basement.
Oh, no.
Because she can't go up and down stairs.
Wait,
you gotta get her that elevator, that armchair thing that goes up.
Are you from Berwyn too?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say the same style of homes, like where you gotta go downstairs.
He wishes.
No, I don't wish.
Where are you from, actually?
What do you mean?
Like, where'd you grow up?
Pilsen.
Pilsen? Okay.
Yeah, I grew up in Pilsen.
What streets?
18th and Hosted.
Could you imagine if you would have do that building, whatever you lived in, is worth probably 4 times what it was when you were there.
Yeah, so I have a buddy who his parents bought a house in the 70s, and I think they paid like $17,000. Still there. They've been there the whole time, and they're actually on one of the little one-way streets where it's like it feels like a community right there because the houses across the street are so close, and so
like the ones that like kind of like.
It's just it's a one way
on Hosted, right? The 18th and
so no, where he lives, he's on I think it's like 21st or like.
Or Levita.
No, it's right in the heart of Pilsen.
Oh, okay.
18th and like Allport in that area.
Yeah, man, that whole area changed so much. There's so many fucking. You know what's funny is I was talking about this with the guy at work. There's so many like little abuelas that sold their property for like $300,000, and in their mind they're like, we paid $80, but it's worth like $700 right now.
Yeah, now. But you're talking.
But when they
20 years later.
Yeah, true. Yeah, okay. But okay. How do you think those things happen? How does a neighborhood change? Do you know? Developers, absolutely. They, especially like the plugged ass ones in the town, they can literally pull tens of millions, hundreds, and they will change a neighborhood.
Yeah.
They will knock down all the parks, all the like basketball courts. I forgot what I was watching. The guy laid out the formula.
Yeah, there's a formula for everything.
You knock down all the public shit, all the public housing, all the public like shit. And then you build new police stations, you build new firehouses, and then like I think like coffee houses start building up, and then like the area changes, and they meanwhile they're raising the fucking
rents,
the rents and all that.
The rents go
exactly.
Up. Yep. And then everything gets gentrified.
You guys keep going. I gotta pee like a motherfucker.
Yeah, so
gentrification.
That's what I meant to say. Yeah.
Spelling bee.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's how often do you hang out in Pilsen?
I mean, not very often. I go to get like it's very traditional for our family to do. Or I'm from Texas, so we used to do like tacos and like barbacoa every Sunday. So like every once in a while, when my mom or like my cousin are in town, we'll go and get some barbacoa from Don Pedro's.
Okay.
Really, really good.
Yeah.
Love it. Or some carnitas. But other than that, not that often.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have like super great memories from there. I mean, all my friends, my first girlfriends, all just Pilsen. It was Pilsen because that area was a huge, like, it was an actual community where, like, outside of that, I didn't have that. I did move to another area. It was like 42nd and Western, where I lived in this big building.
All right.
And in that building, well, all the families kind of spoke to each other, and there was kids there. So I was able to, like, have a community there where moving from 18th Street to there, I still had that kind of community vibe. But nowadays, it's hard to have that.
Oh, for sure. You definitely have to be careful when you're going outside. But like it's like I bounced around from like West Town West Town to West Loop, or West Loop to West Town, and it just like the transition of it and how fast it happened was absolutely insane. Like I lived on like May and Lake Street, and it was just like the building that I lived in was like an old drum building company.
Yeah.
And then it transitioned into like this like huge building, and now they have like the Small Cheval next to it, and like like it's like insane how like
I love Small Cheval. Have you had a burger from there?
No.
Oh, they burn fire.
Fantastic.
I was working right there too.
Yeah.
The guys went down. They had a
Golden
burger. They
fries.
came up and they were like, "Dude, it's so good," but it was $20-something bucks.
I mean, yeah.
I say, if it's good, so what?
It is good. They do little Dijon on there. I forgot how they prepare it, but it's legit. I mean,
it's like a grill. Like I think I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
It's not like it's as far as it's not like amazing, but it's like it's very good. You're not gonna get that much better. I don't know how much you get.
It's like a good like fast food or fast casual.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
It's nothing fancy by any means. I've been to Au Cheval, the original place, because Small Cheval is a branch of Au Cheval. Right. They only pump out some of the menu, which is actually just a burger and fries, really. And Au Cheval has a more extensive menu, but I've only been there for brunch, and I had like basically a burger with a fucking egg on it. That's what I had. Actually, and me and my boy went, and we split the chicken wings, and the chicken wings were pretty fire. And I was like, I want to definitely come back and get a full order because I didn't, I said to split it. But most days you try to go there, it's a 3-hour wait. I mean, it's a stupid small place, so it's not saying much, and it's got the hype with it, But actually, even Small Cheval can get really packed, but they're pretty efficient with it. I mean, they're pumping out fucking burgers.
if you're putting out a burger with the absolute best quality of everything, why wouldn't you wait?
Right. Well, just coming from experience, being that I lived right on the block, so I could actually wait. It was absolutely fantastic.
Did you call in and pick up?
I literally, there's a Lone Wolf was right next door that they like own the same place, and you could just go and get a beer, and then you would like
raise that up and talk into that like fucking properly.
Okay, well I don't fucking know what I'm doing. Sorry, am I allowed to cuss? No?
Yeah, you can cuss all you want, especially to him.
All right. So anyway,
just put your chin like next to it. You see what I'm doing?
I feel like I'm on fucking Yelp right now, but
this is better. Don't you sound better? Now you sound better.
I am. I'm going to dislike your comment. No, but honestly, the wait it is worth the wait. Like you can like wait and go next door and get a beer at Lone Wolf, which is like a little like divey bar, but you can still like get a hot dog or whatever. They're all the same owners, but the burger is fantastic. It's like I feel like a thicker style
for sure
grub.
It's a smash burger.
The bacon is like the thick bacon, and it does have the egg on top, which is fantastic, and and the pickles are great. I think it's worth wait. Also, the bone marrow. I'm a bone marrow kind of girl. That is kind of good.
Where do you at Small Cheval they have bone marrow?
No, the real Cheval.
The Au Cheval, yeah, okay. Yeah. That's what I was saying. Yeah. I didn't get to try all that, but what do you scoop it with like croutons or bread
typically you'll like put it on their style of like a brioche, something that's like buttery and like
hell yeah.
Cool.
Well, all right, let's go. Okay, well, this fucking really died. All right, I'm gonna read from this book. It says rank and file. No, hold on. We're gonna go to a random page. Okay, the island.
Oh, jeez.
In this exercise, you will build your perfect sanctuary. You only have the following rules. This place will be utterly removed from the rest of the universe. You will be only inhabitant. You will be the only inhabitant. It will be exactly 1 square mile in size. You can fill it up with any landscapes, buildings, climate, and animals you desire, but no people. You will exist alone. Therefore, 1,000 years. Now build.
Okay.
Okay, do you get it?
Yeah.
I know I read that. I can't read very well, so I probably fucked it up. But you get what I'm saying?
Yes. So basically, you have a small island, and you're
the
able
only
to build
one.
anything. You're the only person on that island. What would you build?
Exactly.
Okay.
A landscape.
Ladies
and all
first.
that.
I would build a pyramid.
Ooh.
Okay. Why?
What does this pyramid do?
How long does this pyramid last? And this pyramid protects me.
Yeah, but
I think.
yeah. What would it do? Like.
Yeah, you got to build
What
your
is
own.
the function of your pyramid?
Okay.
It's my home. It's my community,
Okay. So you would go underground.
right? And build up.
Okay. So where would you get the stones?
I would dig. I would.
How big would this pyramid be?
I would
1
make them.
square mile.
I have so many
how
questions.
big is you? So you have 1 square mile. That means you have a 1 mile.
So
going
I can
that
dig
way.
up and then I can dig down.
I understand. Okay, so
And
you gotta.
then, and once I,
You're not having one. You're not having 1 square mile pyramid, are you?
yeah, why not?
Ooh, that's
Do you
even
think you
more
could
interesting.
build that in one
It's
lifetime?
like it's like
How
having
high
a
would
high
you
rise.
get?
It's like having a high rise, but it's a
Yeah.
pyramid,
Right.
As high.
and it's just the
I-
whole community is
Luxor.
indoor.
What else do I have to do?
Well, you got to be able to eat,
Yeah.
right?
So on my own gather and hunter. Is there land? What is it?
Yeah, you have
It's
a 1
it's
square
a
mile.
1 square mile. So you gotta develop some
So
fucking
imagine
farmland.
the
in that.
Midway Airport, that space.
What do you think about bestiality?
I would say
Okay, let's close it. Let's go anyway.
I'm just kidding. I'm just
No,
kidding.
no, no. It's
so
a
it's
thing.
legal now in Spain, just so you know.
No,
Is
it's
it?
As of February
Who
18.
Who votes? Who runs on that campaign?
You can do what to your who?
So
Who runs on that?
as far as I understand, I could look it up. But as far as I understand, I read on Reddit, it says as of February 18, you can have sex with animals in Spain so long as the animal is not hurt to the level where it needs a veterinarian.
Buy you a ticket.
Yeah, no.
Like what?
That's fucked
That's
up.
Like
Insane.
honestly, why
But
do you need that?
Isn't it like there's a lot of people who
Is
fuck goats.
dating that much harder in Spain?
But do you really think you can reproduce?
No,
Why would you
I don't
want
think
to?
it's- I don't think it's
Well,
that.
that's what the only reason I would ever do that on that island is to.
No. How lonely of a
create.
human being are you?
God give you fingers. And if
No,
if you
I
practice
wouldn't do it
yoga
for
enough,
play-
you might be able to
Oh.
get your head down there.
I mean, that's not a bad idea. Maybe it's just you're practicing.
Who's better at pleasing yourself than you?
Nobody.
Nobody. Exactly. So you're alone on this island. You know, you need that post-nut
Nah,
clarity.
dude.
No, we're talking about reproducing right now. I don't give a shit about.
Well, you can't reproduce because you're the only person on this island.
But that's why I brought up bestiality.
Yeah, but who would you? What? Like a squirrel? Like who would it be?
No,
What would you pick?
not the squirrel. Please, not the squirrel.
Are there horses on this island?
Please no.
I'm just asking questions.
Do you know
I'm
that the
curious.
weirdest thing that I please don't judge me.
I'm not.
The weirdest thing that I googled that like 2 days ago is
Okay.
how big a whale's penis is.
A whale.
A whale.
Okay, let's guess.
That's as
Let's
big as
guess. I'm gonna say 3 feet.
Well, then I have to figure this out. No. Or no.
No. Okay.
Okay. And then I googled the
8 foot. A
Okay.
blue whale is 8 foot.
Yeah.
8 foot.
8 to 10.
Why'd you know that?
National Geographic.
This motherfucker.
Okay, how long is a dick's duck? A duck's duck.
Oh, I don't know.
A duck's
How long
dick?
is a duck's dick?
10
I'm gonna
inches.
say 6 inches.
10 inches.
10 inches? Sometimes it can be up to 3 feet.
Whoa.
Because in
A
ducks,
duck?
yeah,
Do
dude.
they like suck it up with like intestines?
Nah, he's like, nah, bitch, you ain't getting nowhere.
well,
She's trying to get away. He fucking cuffs her ass.
Here's the thing you don't know about ducks.
Oh shit.
Oh god.
They have a rape society.
Ooh.
And so the female duck is able to move her reproductive area inside of her to different areas.
So the duck sees the female, and it's not like
said
love
not
at
today,
first sight.
Satan.
We got
It's
Steve
rape.
Irwin.
It's rape. So the duck comes, he finds her, chases her, grabs her, gets her to the point where she's so tired. Then he proceeds to do the deed, and his dick has to go inside there, weave around, find the area, and then inseminate her. But she moves it around, so it's hard for him to do that.
Damn.
Dino, turn that on. You need to see duck dick
We're about
size.
to watch some duck porn, baby.
Where is Nemo?
Duckporn.com.
Oh, man.
All right, let's see. Images.
Well, he knew a lot about
Yeah.
that. This fucking guy.
Boom.
What, did you deep dive in ducks one day or what?
There it is.
That's a fucking rabbit hole.
Look at that.
I can't see it.
I know your shit's not right.
Oh, no, your shit's
No,
not right.
I'm right.
This is all you.
I'm on the right HDMI. You don't have it plugged in.
How do I not have it plugged in?
Am I getting paid
You're an
overtime?
idiot. We'll wrap this up, right?
Yeah, this is the last thing. We'll stop at duck dicks.
Duck dicks.
It's the name of this.
Jose, I knew you didn't have that plugged in. It's like,
There it is.
what do I pay you for?
You don't. Look at the size of that.
What?
Tell me why
Looks like a
why is
fucking
the
snake. Looks like
lion
a snake trying to bite him.
why is the lion the king of the jungle? Look at that. She's not even looking. She's like, I cannot look at this.
Oh wait, she checked out.
All right.
All right, I think that settles it.
Yeah.
All right, well, hey, if you guys been watching, man, we appreciate you. Give us a little like, a little subscribe. Give us a little. Let's give a clap for our first female guest, Angie over here. She was cool. Jose was lame. This was all good. Hey, we love you. Hey, love cheese, love, peace, chicken grease.